even at my worst, though, of all the shit that I share with you people and the people in my Discord and everything like that, I don't know that I would share that. I would just say she dumped me for some reason. For some reason. Hey everybody, Theta here, back with another Mushoku Tensei. We just got done the episode Forest in the Dead of Night, and we are moving on to Abrupt Encounters? Abrupt something. We finished the episode where Sarah has to be rescued by Rudy. We met Soul, who, I don't know. Obviously, when I do these shows, I do a whole rankings chart. And those rankings charts are better when I have a co-host, right? So, typically the co-host offsets my thoughts with different thoughts, right? And I feel like that's what usually makes the show better. It's why I appreciate the shows where I have co-hosts more than the ones I don't. That said, I would say that I would put Soul as a A-tier character, just off the top of my head. This is without the rankings and stuff. I'm also now thinking that maybe in the future, in the solo watches, I should incorporate some sort of fan input on the ranking of stuff. Like maybe put out a poll so that every one of the ranks is offset by a fan number or something. I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas here off the top of my head. Because I don't like it all being my thought on the matter. Like, the idea that I would hate a character that's beloved by the fan base, I don't specifically care, by the way, when I'm saying that. But there should be something to elevate a great character to greatness beyond the thoughts of an idiot, right? If I'm too stupid to recognize something and I go through a whole show, the Macross Plus example, right? Macross Plus is a beloved show. People really enjoy it. It has a very serious storyline, and I got thrown from the first episode by something that's supposed to grab you from a mystery perspective or a what's happening perspective sort of thing. And it kind of diluted my whole thoughts of the whole show, which then diluted my thoughts of every character as well. So I would like to avoid a repeat of that without somebody like, say, Lessons here to, like, try and guide me back on the path of fucking up the whole show. So, something to consider. Hopefully, I'll have enough time to have thought about this for Mushoku Tensei, so maybe I'll have something for that whenever I get to that point. Also, other future shows I'll be doing by myself, like Visions of Escaflowne. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I've also, in my head, always said Escaflowne, so maybe whatever that turns out to be. Just spitballing ideas here. Leave a comment down below if you have any thoughts about how I can improve. You know what? Just about anything. Leave a comment down below on how I could improve just about anything. Constructive criticism is much appreciated. This is dumb, you're stupid, your opinions, worst opinions on the internet. Those are not helpful, those I will ignore. Either way, I say, that's enough babble. Let's go ahead and get on into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
We'll say something I often do in our regular recordings is I do a little countdown before I hit play. So it just feels funny to me to just be hitting play, letting go.
俺はカウンターアローとほとんど一緒に行動するようになった。名前も十分に知れ渡り、泥沼のルーデウスという名前が周辺の村々まで聞けるようになってきた。
I guess incidentally just still hiding his last name.
それでお父さんが狩人でね、小さい頃から弓の練習をしてたんだよね。だから今でも弓でさ。
You know, his face kind of has like a rudeus quality to it. Especially when he was younger.
ロキシーという魔術師を家庭教師として呼んだんですよ。その人、女の人？はい、僕の師匠なんですが、これがまたすごい人でしてね。あ、そう。
話題によっては少々サラの
And instantly the energy is gone.
話は変わるんだけど、はい。実は私、剣も少し使えるんだよね。普段は装備の手入れにも使ってるんだけど、箱ぼれもひどくなってきちゃって。
That's right, because then they go on to buy a new dagger. Oh, matching pair of daggers. That's why it's so sad too.
ルデウスさ、明日って暇？一緒に買いに行かない？いいですよ。行きましょうか。決まりだね。
と、そこで俺は何に誘われたのか気づいた。デートだ。
Again, it's the sadness of it just being like normal. It's the normalcy. Because Rudy doesn't have a lot of normal anymore. I don't know what would have been normal before he went to Roa. I mean, after he went to Roa. This is not normal for a preteen kid to have to... Sorry, I had to let the hook of the song grab it. Because the village was normal kid stuff. Even for Rudy's weird fantasy life, that would have been normal. I guess Roa you could consider like Rudy's camp adventure. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I had this whole thing about the song meaning when I was watching with Griff. The fact that the song literally has this whole lyric of nothing lasts forever. And now I'm noticing it also says accepting what's coming.
いろいろ見て回ると新しい胸当ても欲しくなるね。今のやつじゃダメなんですか？結構前に買ったのだから最近ちょっとだけきつくってさ。きつく？何赤くなってんの？まったくもう男はこれだから。
Like I said, she's trying to play this in fast forward mode, which is setting them both up for disaster.
ルーデウスと一緒だとついいっぱい飲んじゃうね。そうなんですか？うん。なんでかな。ルーデウスのそばだと安心するからかな。
これはあれだろうか。いわゆる脈ありというやつなのだろうか。
ルーデウス。サラ。
よし、行こう。俺もそろそろ前のことを忘れて次に進まなければならないと思っていたところだ。
そろそろ遅いし帰りましょうか。宿まで送りますよ。
I have to think how much it would have changed. In this scenario alone, I mean, if Rudy had gone back to being his old awkward self.
私、もうちょっとあんたと話してたいかも。じゃあ、どっか別の店に入りますか。あんたの部屋、行ってもいいかな。
意味分かってて言っているのだろうか。
I'm just saying,
いやいや、ここは俺が我慢して
turn her down,
そもそもサラとはそういう感じ
pretend she's drunk,
待て
something.
流れだ。ここは我慢せずに流れ
Don't have the awkward situation that you had don't realize you've got erectile dysfunction. You don't have the misconception of what she said and taking it the wrong way. Oh, at the same time, then you wouldn't have the breakthrough you have with Soul. To be fair, Human God didn't lead you into this one, though. Just imagine, though, the path that Rudy's life would have taken if he didn't go home with her. Or take her home with him.
私結構ね、感謝してるんだ。あの時あんたが来てくれなかったら死んでたし。だから、その、いいよ。
I'd hate to think this is also coming off as a I owe him this instead of a romantic interest.
What?
ようやく気づいた。今まで何度も感じていた違和感の正体に。さらには何の問題もなかった。素晴らしい体だった。そう。彼女には問題がない。問題があったのは俺の方だった。
If Rudy had more knowledge of the fact of his problem, if he could have played it off,
ただ沈黙していたのだ。
あれ?
I'm
not talking like, well, I guess maybe I am talking about comedy playoff, but I mean like, he could have fallen out of bed, pretended he hurt himself or something like that to try and push off the embarrassment.
あのさ、私、別にあんたのこと好きとかじゃないから。え？俺、そう。
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it wasn't actually a debt sort of thing. I forgot she said that. I forgot that she said that too. This whole situation is just the worst. Nothing makes me feel worse for a character than this situation right here. I mean, well, not this situation, the situation that was from before. Because I don't think you could take what she said any other way than the way Rudy takes it. You'd have to be a fucking emotional genius to figure out what she meant.
何怒ってんだよ。いつも喧嘩売ってきやがって。これが望みだったんだろうが。お前。ヘラヘラしてて何がおかしいんだよ。お前みたいに他人をけなしてバカにして。自分の成果を。
The same way the other guy said that Soul was probably pulling his punch is the same way I don't think that despite the fact he's bleeding from the face, that he's actually hurt by any of this. Other than maybe the emotional resonance of understanding what Rudy is saying. Damn it, Rudy. When I say that emotional resonance characters are the ones I identify with the most, there's no chance Rudy doesn't make S tier character just on emotional resonance. you feel what he's fucking feeling all the time, and you understand why he's feeling it.
おいゾル、あんまりガキをいじめてやんなよ。
悪かったよ。俺が悪かった。お前はこの世で一番不幸かもしれないな。
おめえに何がわかるんだ
I'm
よ。
sure somebody has it worse than him. It's just he's got it pretty bad.
まあ飲めって。そんで話してみろよ。それで何かわかるかもしれねえし、ちょっと吐き出そうぜ。つまりあれが立たなくて女に振られたってことか。
Even at my worst, though, of all the shit that I share with you people and the people in my Discord and everything like that, I don't know that I would share that. I would just say she dumped me for some reason. For some reason.
俺でいい。お前さっき俺って言ってたろ。一人称とかで仮面をかぶるもんじゃねえ。敬語はいいから俺で話
I mean, it's no wonder that, like, Soul attaches to him so easily. Dude, like, spilled his heart out. Man to man, you gotta, like, respect him.
いろいろあってさ、なんていうかまあしたんだよ。お互い初めてで。
まあ誰にだって初めてはあるわな。
でもさ、目が覚めたらさ、相手はいなくて、もうとっくに旅立ってて。
捨てられたってわけか。泣くなって。でも涙が出るってことはそれが
Something that's never come to me before, but looking at Rudeus makes me think of a Lancer from Fate Zero.
ああ、俺の経験で言えば直前の行動が悪かったのかもな。
The whole mole under the eye thing that attracts women.
今のままじゃつれえよな。直そうぜ。
でもどうやって？
わからねえ。でもよ、原因がそれならそれで上書きするしかねえんじゃねえか。
つまり
プロに任せてみようぜ。
There was also that supermodel that was famous in the 90s, who also had a similar beauty mark right there, so obviously it's meant to imply something in the modern mental space. Cindy Crawford. Sorry, took me a minute for the brain to get there.
お邪魔します。
エリーゼです。よろしくお願いします。ご主人様のお名前を伺ってもよろしいでしょうか。
あ、ルーデウスです。ルーデウス・グレイラット。
それではルーデウス様、よろしくお願いします。お名前は以前より聞き及んでおります。
あ、まあ、はい。
You know, one also has to wonder, the situation he's having is constantly being led up to by a bunch of drinking thrown out there. His condition might be alcohol related.
そんな素晴らしいお方に抱かれてしまったら、他の娼婦に妬まれてしまいますね。
いや、もう一杯いいですか。
はい、どうぞ。夜は長いのですから、私の方もお楽しみになって。
いや、もちろんです。はい。
Well, you'll try to.
そろそろいいですかね。
I guess it's maybe a societal problem, right? One of, you need the alcohol to create the inhibition to allow you to even get into the situation. But then the alcohol itself is causing you the problem biologically.
それで俺は言ってやったのよ。正面の魔物はすべて俺が一撃で倒す。お前たちは。
Again, he's so like Paul.
いろいろ試してはもらいましたが、ダメでした。
ああ、そっか。ダメか。
お役に立てず申し訳ありません。
いえ、エリーゼさんは頑張ってくれたかと。
どうすりゃいいんだろうな。そっちのあんたはどう思う？
ルーデウス様はその女性を恐れてるように見えました。もしかするとルーデウス様が
See, I also don't remember what the cure was.
絶対に嫌われないと思えるような相手がいれば。
But again, I already put out the alcohol problem, but it would also be a sense of loss, right? A one night stand wouldn't cure him of a sense of
そん
loss.
なにすぐできるものではないと思います。少しずつ育んでいかないと。
だよな。
Oh, I was just saying that him and Sarah's relationship was on fast forward. That's a rush.
お客様、そろそろ閉店のお時間です。
もうそんな時間か。
Oh, shit. It's just occurring to me now a conversation that I remember is about to happen.
なあ、泥沼よ。
Where Rudy is talking and someone's literally, she's right behind me, isn't she?
迷宮に潜るときはよ、焦らねえようにしてるんだ。迷宮ってのは、
This will be very awkward in a minute.
ほど強い魔物が出てくる。時に魔物同士で連携もしてくる。そんな時に焦って闇雲に突っ込んでも被害が大きくなるだけだ。
It does make the adventure more fun, though.
だから少し前の階層で徐々に慣らしていく。非常に有効だな。うん。
おお、有効だ。
サラだっけか。あいつとはよ、早すぎたんじゃねえか。
I think it's the other way around. I think Sarah was being way too quick with him.
サラとは早いも遅いもねえぞ。
ちっけえよ。向こうの方は覚悟も準備もできてたけど、お前の方はさ、もっと時間をかけて心の準備ってやつをしなきゃいけなかったんじゃねえか。
いや、覚悟とか準備とか言ったじゃねえか。向こうは義務で。
いや、俺が見るにちゃんとあの女はお前に熱を上げてたように見えたぜ。
Oh no. I feel like it's about to happen.
まあ時間はあるんだろう。ならもう一度会って話してみればいいんじゃねえか。
わかりました。じゃあ今日の夕方か明日にでもそうしてみます。
ほんと分かってんのか。俺は実は今日で。
分かってるってな。たくしつけやな。まあそれでダメでもいいや。あんなガキみたいな女、こっちから願い下げて。
Oh, fucking hell, man.
女ならエリーゼみたいなバインバインじゃなきゃダメだ。なあゾルダート、お前もそう思うだろ。お買い物してご飯食べてばっかじゃねえのって思うよな。おままごと通ってな。
いや、泥沼、それ以上は。
何がそれ以上だよ。それ以上も以下もありません。
Again, if he had the presence of mind, he could fall over, pretend he's just drunk. He's just like not talking right. Whatever.
サラ、違う、今のは。
最低。二度と顔見せないで。
God, I hope she comes back. I know it was a rushed relationship,
それはないよ。
but there was something, right? Oh, right, yeah, I also forgot what he does right here, too.
バカ、早まるな。とにかく今からすぐに追っかけて弁明
This
し
was
ろ。
literally just a too quick scenario on both ends.
そんなのどうでもいい。俺もういい。何もしたくない。
じゃあもうお前さ、一度家に帰ったらどうだ。親父はどこにいるんだ。アスラ王国か。
イリス。
さすがに遠すぎるな。
Because at the end of the day, Sarah was like a crutch.
じゃあ俺たちと来るか。
Rudy was down because of his last position with Eris.
迷宮が見つかってな。俺たちは今日中に立とうと考えてる。
That's why I remember the name. Anyway, he was down in the situation with Eris, and Sarah was crutch because she was lifting him up again. And all this was just like somebody kicked the crutch out from under him.
さも善人みてえな敬語を話しやがるやつは気に食わなかった。でもお前に関しちゃもう腹の底は知れた。 そうするに足る理由があって納得した。ならもう嫌う理由がねえ。
俺はゾルダーと大きく誤解していた気がする。第一印象で全てを決めつけて遠ざけて逃げていた。けど意外とこいつはいいやつなのかもしれない。
で、どうすんだ?
Again, just like Paul. From one perception, Paul is one way. From another perception, Paul is a different way. But he's a nice guy underneath it all. Well, except for when he was younger. Again, we can't forgive him for that.
よし。じゃあ行くか。
Oh, this time we actually get credits. This must be the end of the... It's not the end of the core, I mean the end of the story arc of this part of the core. Here's the thing, without actually a visual of what happens next, I don't really remember how we go from here to the school. Because we still gotta meet what's-her-name. Dragon Road? That wasn't her name, was it? The elf girl. The hypersexual elf girl. Because we meet up with her, and then we travel with her to the school, but I don't remember the in-between. So the ironic thing is that the closer we get to catching up, the more I'll forget about what happens, because it's the furthest thing away. But I still really do feel sad about the whole Sarah situation. Because obviously she pushed it to be faster than it needed to be. I guess because of everything that's happened. But also that attachment that she built up because of it. But neither of them deserved what happened here.
なあ、知ってるか？最近凄腕の魔術師がいるらしくてよ。そいつが一人いるだけで、はぐれ竜を20人弱のパーティーに退治できちまったんだとか。その噂のやつ、名前はなんてんだ？確かそう、泥沼のルーデウス。泥沼ね。
今のお話、詳しく聞かせていただける？
今のお話って？
その泥沼のルーデウスという冒険者のお話ですわ。
It's very complicated hair.
そんなに詳しいわけじゃ。
ほら頑張って。もし思い出していただけたら、私の体を好きにしてもいいですわよ。
あ、思い出した。バシャラントだ。バシャラントの第三都市ピピン。
あらそう。ありがとうございます。ようやく見つけましたわ。
Yeah, he was. Do we just go to the school next episode? God, I swear everything is twice as long in my head as it is in the show. Don't take that out of context. I swear, though, again, it's reverse Overlord. Overlord takes 3 times as long to get to the thing that I remember happening. This show, I swear everything is 2 episodes, and it's all in 1 episode. What happened to the dwarf? Obviously, Roxy went off on her own, but then she went back to the group. At the end of that episode where we saw she goes back home. I don't remember the dwarf vanishing. I guess they split up and went 3 different ways. Sorry, this is where you're going to have to remind me, because my memory is failing here. But yeah, no, again, I feel bad for Sarah and company. And I can see where they were here for a very specific reason. And then they were talking about going to a different kingdom. Either they were talking about going to a different kingdom, or they were just talking about the different kingdoms of magic. In which case, it might be possible that we see them again as traveling adventurers, especially as their group gets smaller. They have to replace their mage with somebody. So it is entirely possible to see them at the school, trying to recruit a mage for the party. It's either that or they'll just find one at a different adventuring group. I suppose it's entirely possible we'll never see them again. Because it's a big world, right? Like, what are the chances we're going to meet the Dolda children again? That was why I felt sad back during the Dolda episodes, because the implication is that we've met these people and that we will never see them again. In which case now I'm sad again that we might never see Sarah. It's not that Sarah... I don't know how to phrase it. She's not a standout character in and of herself. Although she does... I mean, she's not a bad character. It's her relationship with Rudy that stands out. In which case, it's like... I don't know how to phrase it. It's just something. There's something there that I really like, but if I was like picking girls out of the harem that Rudy has surrounded himself with, maybe not physically, but temporally, I don't think she's the one that I would have picked. Obviously, because the relationship that they have is formed too quickly, and I don't feel like it's solid enough to say that that's the one that feels like it would last. Obviously, I know where it goes by the end of this core. I think everybody knows by the fact of who I picked for the animation down below here. But, yeah. I'm sorry to say, I don't think Sylphet would be my pick either. Among the characters, it would either fall to Roxy or Eris. Roxy, I feel like would be my default pick, but Eris, I feel like they went on the adventure. They formed a relationship. They had birthdays together. They have a more... Among the characters, the one that feels like Rudy spent the most time with, developing the relationship, understanding one another, coming to know who each other were, and making each other better. Eris is the standout. Eris has more experience with him and making him better in a way that Roxy only did temporarily. Roxy did more important changes to Rudy's life, made him a better person in ways that made him able to develop with Eris, but I think Eris is the clear choice of who is the more important person to Rudy's life that he should have picked. And yes, I come off of this watch of Gundam Seed having said that Lacus was the wrong guy. Wrong woman for Kira. So I'm fully aware that I have eminently picked wrong partnerships for people in the past. But yeah, no, I'm in the Eris group. If you think Eris was the right person for Rudy, I'm with you. And if there's something that happens down the road, say somebody shows up in Eris's life that is a better match for Eris, then sure. Obviously, I can't go there knowing that now, because I don't know that. Right? The same way that I said Kigali was a better match for Kira, and then down the road, Kigali turns out to be his fucking twin, or sister, or whatever. Couldn't have known that in the past. They made a good couple in the past. Same way that you wouldn't know Leia was Luke's sister until they say it. Either way, that's my thoughts on this episode. Thank you again for joining me. Once again, I have been Theta. This has been Mushoku Tensei, Stone-Face Reactions, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Face Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?